Today, on average, a person consumes over 2 pounds of chocolate each year. Did you ever wonder how the cocoa bean transforms into your beloved chocolate products? And who the people are working on millions of family farms to bring pleasure to millions of our consumers globally? Cocoa is a key ingredient of our world-renowned 100-years-old chocolate brands and is central to the livelihoods of more than 350,000 cocoa farmers we rely on for cocoa needed to make our chocolate. We depend on cocoa farming communities, and this drives us to continuously strive for a sustainable cocoa supply chain where human rights are respected, the environment is protected, and everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Cocoa grows in a very narrow band of the world, 18 degrees north and south of the equator, and thrives in a hot and humid climate. While Africa produces about 70% of the world's supply of cocoa beans, Asia and Latin America are increasingly important cocoa sourcing origins. The cocoa supply chain is complex, and cocoa travels through many hands before ending on the supermarket shelves. The journey of a cocoa bean typically begins at one of the millions of small family farms around the world. From generation to generation, the art of cocoa farming is passed on. Cocoa growing is an intense and long process which requires more than 5 years for a tree to bear fruit, hours of pruning and tending to the farm, and days to harvest the pods. A cocoa farmer is dedicated and resilient. But despite their dedication and resiliency, the reality is, cocoa farming communities are not all thriving today. Too many cocoa farmers live below the World Bank extreme poverty line, earning less than $2,500 per year. Extreme poverty can lead to complex issues, like families using children to help work on the farm. Or pressure is put on the forest by farmers seeking more fertile soil to grow cocoa trees. And today, climate change and COVID-19 are now exacerbating existing vulnerabilities across cocoa farming communities and beyond.
Voilà, le changement climatique nous dérange. Le moment où le cacao doit produire la pluie sèche, le moment aussi où la saison sèche devrait venir, il pleut. Donc, le climat est renversé.
Il y en a cette difficulté en nous. Dans ce champ moderne, je vois qu'il y a toujours les difficultés parce que les moyens sont insuffisants pour la famille.
Le travail du cacao, c'est difficile. Tu dois mettre de l'engrais, pomper, nettoyer dedans. Chaque 2 semaines, tu dois cueillir. Donc, c'est difficile.
As a family-owned, principles and purpose-driven business, Mars is focused on making choices that help us achieve near-term results without compromising on the world we want tomorrow. We strongly believe that a business model that focuses exclusively on financial performance is not sustainable or desirable. Through our Cocoa for Generations strategy, we are working to create a more modern, inclusive, and sustainable supply chain. It is a holistic, human-centric approach with complementing elements that aims to create positive impact by working to address root causes of poverty.
Les planteurs de façon analphabète sont des agronomes, mais ils ne maîtrisent pas les bonnes pratiques agricoles en tant que telles. Donc quand nous faisons les formations sur les différents modules, nous leur donnons des cahiers d'application. Mais quand nous on fait nos bonnes pratiques agricoles dans les vergers, les champs de visage. Quand on va aller chez Mathias, vous allez voir ce qu'ils sont en train de faire et on va l'appliquer aussi. Donc quand c'est comme ça, les planteurs s'intéressent plus et ça accroît leur rendement en fait.
C'est vraiment agréable et on ne s'attendait pas à ça et c'est très important pour qu'on aura toujours à côté de nous des formateurs, des coachs pour nous apprendre à faire le travail de notre plantation, pour évoluer de plus.
Our responsible cocoa ambition is to ensure that 100% of our cocoa is responsibly sourced globally and traceable to the first point of purchase by 2025, so we know where the cocoa we source comes from and how it has been grown. We're focused on 3 main areas that put cocoa farmers and their communities first. 1. Protect children. 2. preserve forests. And 3, improve farmer incomes. To protect children, our first priority is to ensure our suppliers have in place robust child and forced labor monitoring and remediation systems designed to identify, prevent, and help remediate cases of child labor and forced labor as appropriate. To preserve forests, we expect farms in our Responsible Cocoa program to provide satellite-based GPS polygon mapping to trace farm boundaries. Polygons are more accurate than the traditional single global positioning system location point, and in turn helps protect forest areas. To improve farmer income, farmers in our Responsible Cocoa program receive an additional $50 to $120 farmer cash premium per metric ton of cocoa, in addition to the farm gate price, depending on the country, supplier, and farmer group. Through our partnership with CARE, we are supporting women, their families, and hundreds of cocoa-growing communities with access to savings and loans programs, which helps enable them to improve their livelihoods and have the cash they need to fulfill their needs. Members in these groups are also supported with financial literacy and small business training to help them expand or build new family-owned businesses that help build their income resiliency and livelihoods.
Avec les formations que nous avons faites sur le budget familial, ça fait qu'aujourd'hui, nous arrivons à économiser. Quand l'année est finie, on sait ce qu'on va faire avec notre argent, comment faire pour augmenter notre commerce, comment faire pour soutenir nos maris par rapport à la scolarisation de nos enfants. Grâce à l'AVEC, la femme arrive à planifier avec son mari. Vraiment, nos vies ont changé. On arrive à communiquer tranquillement avec nos maris et librement. Ça fait que dans le village, à travers nos comportements, la chefferie même a intégré 2 femmes dans la notabilité.
Beyond our Responsible Cocoa program, we are also committed to piloting and catalyzing the shift to different cocoa farming models, where cocoa can be grown in a way that is economically, socially, and environmentally sustainable. This transformation includes further innovation in sustainable family farming through bundles of interventions focused on personalized farm coaching, helping farming families develop multi-year farm and household business plans that include diversified incomes so that families have resilient means to improve their livelihoods. In addition, we invest in larger-scale farming to help pioneer new methods of cocoa growing practices that have the potential to regenerate soil, improve biodiversity, and positively impact communities. With the expertise we have gathered in cocoa plant science and research in areas such as genetics, breeding, and pest and disease control, and through critical multi-stakeholder collaboration, we aim to reshape the future of cocoa with a resilient supply chain that protects the planet, improves working conditions, and enables communities to thrive.